In the previous class, we have discussed about approximation, different types of errors and error propagations, and we have solved few problems, and I have given you few assignments. Have you got assignments?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you try to solve very simple assignment.
Sir, next
Okay.
week, obdi diye debo, sir.
Okay, you just solve. You just any one you send. I shall check it and you share. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. No need to submit. Everyone.
Okay,
This
sir.
is not. This is problem sheet actually. After completing the syllabus, I shall give you some assignment that you have to submit. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, then আমি করে তাহলে আপনাকে সাবমিট করে দেব, আপনি একবার চেক করে বলে
Yes.
দিন।
Yes. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Now today we are going to start the second module, that is interpolation. So have you any idea about interpolation? Have you heard the term interpolation, or have you gone through in the mathematics class interpolation, or it is new term to all of you? Hello?
Sir, new term, sir.
New term. Okay. Then first you have to understand the meaning of the term interpolation. So try to understand. Suppose some values are given. A function, suppose f is a function. Okay. F is a function of x. So for x equal to suppose 0, what will be the value of fx that is given? F equal to suppose 2, x equal to 2, value of fx is given. X equal to 4, value of fx is given. X equal to 6, value of fx is given. Some set of input output values are given to us, suppose. Now from that we have to create an idea and we have to evaluate the value for the intermediate value of x. So here we are given some value set, and that is for x equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, suppose. Now suppose you are asked what will be the value for x equal to 7. So if we are able to calculate the value of fx for x equal to 7 by observing the data sheet that is available for x equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and corresponding value of fx. So that technique is basically called interpolation. Is it clear to all of you? So it is, we can define interpolation is the technique for estimating the value of a function for any intermediate value of independent variable. Some input output values will be given to us, and from that if we are able to calculate the value for any intermediate value of independent variable. So in this case independent variable is x. So for calculation of that variable, that value, what will be the value of the function, this process is called interpolation. Is it clear to all of you, or any doubt? Interpolation?
Yes, sir.
Clear. So some input output values will be given to us, numerical values. From that we have to evaluate the numerical values which are not directly given, but we have to estimate that value. And obviously that estimation is approximate estimation. We don't know the exact relationship with x and fx, but we can have some idea from the data set and we can evaluate the value. In some practical cases, when you will do some experiment, you may get some data, different data, then a big data. From that, if that data set is available, then from that you can have some idea then what will be the value for other intermediate values which are not directly recorded or evaluated during experiment like that. So that technique is called interpolation. And whenever you will learn interpolation, one more term sometimes will come, that is extrapolation. What is extrapolation? So interpolation is that you can evaluate the value within the for intermediate value. So value set is given for 0 to 8, 0 to 6, 0 to 4, 6, 8. Now you may ask to find out for 7, 5, 5.5 or 1.5, what will be the value? This is, if you are able to find out that value, then that process is called interpolation. And extrapolation is that, suppose the function is defined for x equal to 0 to 8. Now you are asked to find out the value for x equal to 100. What will be the value? So we can define like that, the process of computing the value of the function outside the given range. That technique is called extrapolation. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So two term, interpolation and extrapolation. Though extrapolation is not included in your syllabus, but since these are the two related terms, interpolation and extrapolation, that's why you should know that what is extrapolation. But extrapolation is not included in your syllabus, only interpolation is included in your syllabus. Okay. So this is, interpolation is a technique to evaluate the value of the function for intermediate value of x. Intermediate in the sense that directly it is not given the functional value. Some value sets are given, from that if we are able to find out the value for any other intermediate values, then that technique is called interpolation. And for interpolation in your syllabus, basically there are a lot of interpolation techniques, and you will later on find that whatever interpolation techniques are there, every interpolation techniques, when it is going to evaluate, it is not giving you the exact value. It is very close to the exact values in maximum cases, and there will be some error for calculation, and depending on that error, amount of error, you can comment on that whether the method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4, which one is better. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I am audible. I
Yes,
think.
sir.
Okay. So in yours you have to learn 4 different interpolation techniques. Though there are a lot of interpolation techniques, only 4, and for today we shall try to complete at least one interpolation technique. And for interpolation technique, before we go to start interpolation technique, we have to know how to form the difference table. So now it is clear that for this kind of problem, basically data sets will be given. And about fourth technique. So now we are going to start the first technique, that is Newton forward interpolation technique. It was evaluated by scientist Newton, and this technique, Newton interpolation technique. So before going to learn that forward interpolation, and one more technique is also there, that is Newton's backward interpolation technique. So before going to start that, how to form the difference table. And this is very easy. You try. Let me complete one difference table. Let me write. Suppose a function y equal to f of x. This is the function. We don't know what is the exact relationship y, and we only know some value set. And suppose for x, value is x equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Suppose x is having 5 different values and corresponding y value we know. Suppose y equal to, now for x equal to 0, y equal to, given that 0.12. For x equal to 2, suppose 0.25. X equal to 4, it is given 0.36. X equal to 6, it is given suppose 0.78, and x equal to 8, it is 0.82. So suppose these value sets are given. Now we have to create first column for x. You just write x, and corresponding value of x is 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Next column, value of fx, that is already given for x equal to 0, 0.12, 0.25, 0.36, 0.78, 0.82. So this data set is already given. Now next column, get the difference. So what is forward difference? Now that is forward difference del of y. Forward of y. So what will be that forward difference del of y? So you see that for x equal to 0, value is given 0.12. X equal to 2, value is given as value of y is given as 0.25. So what will be the difference between this value of y? That is y2 minus y0.
0.13.
So that will be 0.13. You just write that in the next column. Next difference, that is y4 minus y2. y4 minus y2, what will be that?
So 0.36 minus 0.25, 0.11.
0.11. Next difference,
So 0.78 minus 0.36.
0.78 minus 0.42. Next one, 0.82 minus 0.72, that is 0.04. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have evaluated the first column. Now second column, we evaluate the difference taking the first difference column. So what will be that? that will be second difference. That was this first column we have calculated, that is first difference of y, that is basically called del of y. Next one is second difference, that is del square of y. So that will be now 1 minus 0.13. So that is minus 0.02. Next one 0.42 minus 0.13, that is 0.31. And again next one 0.04 minus 0.42, that is minus 0.38. So this is the second difference column. Again third difference, that is del cube y, that is 0.31 minus 0.02. So that will be 0.33. Next difference minus 0.38 minus 0.31. So that is 0.69. Again fourth difference 0.69 minus 0.33, that is 0.36. Let me share this page, then I have evaluated just now. Let me share, then you will understand better. Got that?
Yes, sir.
Now you see that, and if you have any confusion, so this is basically called forward difference table. So forward difference table. So first column, that is value of x is given. Second column corresponding value of y is given. Now for third, fourth, fifth and sixth column we have evaluated. For this case up to sixth column. If data sets are more, then it may continue up to several columns. And this table is called forward difference table. Any confusion to calculate forward difference table?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is basically called forward difference table. So one more table also we have to know, the backward difference table. So today we are not discussing about that. So today only we want to practice forward Newton's forward interpolation technique. So I think you will be able to create the forward difference table. No confusion about this. Okay. Now this table will be used to have what will be the function of what the function affects. If some data sets are given, from the data set we have evaluated a difference table. From that we shall try to find out the function effects. Though that function effects, it is not possible from only this data set to exact function, but very close function from this we can find. Function may be used to interpolate values of x. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Suppose these are the few set of functions. From that we cannot have the exact function fx, but use it on forward difference function which is very close to fx, or you can say that very approximate expression for the function fx, not exact expression, approximate function, and that approximate function will be used for interpolating the further value of y for different values of x. Suppose we want to find out the value of fx for x equals to 2.5, 5 or 1.9 or 2.5 or 4.3, whatever may be. That will be used, and that will give you approximate value, because when we shall whatever function we are going to use, that function x instead of fx, what function we are going to use, that is not exactly equal to the function fx, but it is very close to the function fx. So we can evaluate some approximate value for other values of x. So now let me share again. First share, then we shall derive that. Okay. Let me share the PDF first. For forward difference table expressions. Have you got the PDF?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us try to find out the expression of the function using that forward difference table. So you have got an idea that how to find out the forward difference table. So let us, we are defining a function y equal to fx and some sort of data for x and corresponding y are given. X is x0, x1, x2 up to xn, corresponding value y equal to y0, y1, y2 up to yn. Now let us derive the expression for the polynomial for this. So now you open the PDF. I am also discussing from that PDF. Okay. And in this case, one thing also you have to remember that Newton forward interpolation method is applicable if all the value sets are equispaced. Meaning is that, for suppose x equal to 0, 2, 4, 6, if spacing of values of x is equal, then only it is applicable. But if x equal to 0, then x equal to 1, then x equal to 3, then x equal to 7, if this kind of values are given to us, then this method is not going to work. So first assumption for Newton forward interpolation method, that values of x or values of, you can say, independent variable must be equispaced. And that's why we can write that xi equal to x0 plus ih, and I equal to 0, 1 up to any values. Now one more assumption is that assume y of n, that is y of n, to be a polynomial of the degree in x, y of x equal to such that y of x0 means the function of the functional value for x equal to x0, that is denoted as y0, function of x equal to x1, that value is denoted as y1, and so on. Function of the value of the function for x equal to xn, that value is denoted as yn. This is one more assumptions. Now see, if this our assumption, we can easily write, you say, y of x, that is the function, y equal to fx or y equal to fx equal to, we can write a naught plus a1 into x minus x naught plus a2 into x minus x naught into x minus x1 plus a3 plus x minus x naught into x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus in this way we can carry on, and last term, since it is of last value of x is xn, so we can write an x into x minus x naught into x minus x1 into x into x minus x2 up to x minus xn minus 1. Now you see that here we have introduced some constant value, that is a naught, a1, a2, a3 up to an, So what is that value? We must define that. What is a naught? So in this case, you see, already we have defined that y of x naught equal to y naught and y naught equal to a naught. This is our assumption. Next, y1 equal to y of x1. Now you put x equal to x1, then you will find a1 into that will be a naught plus a1 into x1 minus x naught. Similarly, y2 equal to, you put x in this in the above polynomial x equal to x2, then you will find that a naught plus a1 into x2 minus x naught plus a2 into x2 minus x naught into x2 minus x1. Up to this, any confusion, you can ask first. Hello? Hello? It's not clear. Voice is not clear. Again, you tell.
Sir, repeat one time, sir.
Yes?
Repeat, sir, repeat.
Okay.
Again, repeat, sir.
So here, value of x given for x0, x1 up to xn, and corresponding value of y is given. This is our first assumption. And you know that for the condition for the Newton's forward interpolation method, that value of x must be equispaced. Meaning is that x1 minus x0 equal to x2 minus x1 equal to x3 minus x2, that must be satisfied. Now, these data sets are given. now we have written one expression of the polynomial, that is y of x equal to this a naught plus a1 into x minus x naught plus a2 into x minus x naught into x minus x1. Now you see that first thing, if x equal to x naught, the value of y is given how much? Y naught. So in this expression, what we have assumed, if we put x equal to x naught, you see that it will be a naught plus a1 into x equal to x naught first term, a1 into x naught minus x1, means that term will become 0, second term it becomes 0, third term, fourth term, up to nth term 0. So y of x naught will be a naught, and it is already given that y of x naught is y naught. So we can assume that, we can say that y naught equal to a naught if this expression is correct. Similarly, what will be the value of y1? y1 is y of x1. So if we put in this expression x equal to x1, then value of y1 will be a naught plus, you put x equal to x1, a1 into x1 minus x naught. And in the third term, that is a2 into here x equal to x1, you put x1 minus x naught, second into x1 minus x1, that is 0, so this term becomes 0. Similarly, next term 0 and last term also, and all the terms are 0. So we can write y of 1 equal to y of, since we know that y of x1, it is already given that that is y1. So we can write y1 equal to a1 into x1 minus x naught plus a naught. Similarly, we can write y of x2, that is a naught plus a1 into x2 minus x naught plus a2 into x2 minus x naught into x2 minus x1, and remaining term, if you put x equal to x2, then all the terms become 0. So similar, we can calculate the using similar method. We can calculate y3, y4, yn, etc. Okay. Any question after this? That data set, that is x for different values of x, that is x0, x1, x2, xn, corresponding values of y, y0, y1, y2, yn. This is given. From that given data set, now we are going to find out the expression for the function y of x, or you can say f of x. And to find out that, we have written that expression in terms of some constant a0, a1, a2, a3, and the variable x, and the intermediate values of x, that is the given data set of x, that is x0, x1, x2 up to xn. If this is correct, then we can put the different value of x and we can evaluate with this data set. That table is already given. Suppose we are assuming this is correct. Then if it is correct, then for x equal to x0, the value must be equal to y0. So if we put x equal to x0 to this expression, then we are getting y of x0 equal to a0. So we can write y0 equal to a0. Similarly, y1, to calculate y1, we have to put in this expression x equal to x1, and we have got y1 equal to a0 plus a1 into x minus x0, x1 minus x0. In the same method, if we calculate y2, then we have to put x equal to x2, and that value will be a0 plus a1 into x2 minus x0 plus a2 into x2 minus x0 into x2 minus x1. Okay. Now we want to calculate del of, that is first difference, del of y0, del of y0. So del of y0 is nothing but y1 minus y0. So we are going to calculate now the difference table. So difference table y1 minus y0, that is basically called del y0. So that already we know how to calculate the difference table. Y1 minus y0. Now, if this expression is correct, from that expression also we have derived the value of y1. Now put the value of that. Y1 equal to a0 plus a1 into x1 minus x0 minus y0. So y0 equal to a0. Put that value. Then a0 will be cancelled out. So ultimate that value will be a1 into x minus x0. And equal to, we can write a1 into h. What is h? Already it is defined. H is that is h equal to x1 minus x0 equal to x2 minus x1 equal to x3 minus. So that is the difference between value space of x. So we can easily write that. So from that, now we can write that what will be the value of this coefficient a1. So a1, so already we have got value a0, already we have calculated a0 equal to y0, what is given in the data sheet or data table. Similarly, here also we have calculated value of a1 will be, then if that expression is correct, then value of a1 must be del y0 by h. H we know, del y0 we can calculate that the first difference between, that is the difference y0, del y0 equal to y1 minus y0. From the table we can easily calculate. So if our assumption, what we have assumed that expression is expression in terms of a0, a1, a2, if that is correct, then to make that expression correct, the value of a0 must be equal to y0, value of a1 must be equal to del y0 by h. Similarly, we shall try to calculate a2, and for that, you see, again we have calculated del of y1. So del of y1, what will be that? y2 minus y1, and y2 already we have calculated from that expression of the polynomial. You just put that y2 equal to a0 plus a1 x2 minus x0 plus a2 x2 minus x0 into x2 minus x1 minus y1 also we have calculated, that is y1 equal to a0 plus a1 into x1 minus x0. If we put that two values and evaluate this, then we can write del y1 equal to a1 into x2 minus x1 plus a2 into x2 minus x0 into x2 minus x1. And now a1 x2 minus x1, we know that is ace. x1 minus x0 is ace, x2 minus x1 equal to ace, x3 minus x2 equal to ace. So we write a1 into ace plus a2 Hello?
Yes, sir.
Let us see, del of y1 equal to a1 into h plus a2 into, again you find 2 minus x0. So what will be x2 minus x0? That is 2 h, isn't it? If x1 minus x0 equal to ace and x2 minus x1 equal to ace, so what will be that? 2 into ace. And then x2 minus x0, so we can write so that is 1 with a to ace and is
सर अपने ऑडियो का क्लियर है अच्छे से.
okay.
স্যার কিছুই শোনা যাচ্ছে না।
Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now it's clear?
Yes, sir.
Your voice is clear, no? Now let me start again. So again we are going to start. So I think again I am going to repeat the discussion. Suppose the table is given. Table means the value of x and corresponding value of fx, or you can say y is given up to certain values. And for Newton forward interpolation method, it must be satisfied that value of x must be equispaced. Meaning is that x1 minus x0 must be equal to x2 minus x1, must be equal to x3 minus x2, must be equal to xn minus xn minus 1, and that will be equal. So here we have assumed that x of I equal to x0 plus ih. Okay. And we have also assumed here from this table it is clear that y of x0 equal to y0, y of x1 equal to x1, y of x2 equal to y2, y of xn equal to yn. Okay. Now from this table now we are going to write approximate polynomial expression for this data set, and we have written that in terms of variable x, the values of x set, and some constant, that is a0, a1, a2 up to an, and this x value set, that is x0, x1, x2, xn, that is known to us. Independent variable must be x, that we have introduced. Only thing is that we have introduced some constant. So if this expression is correct, or it is very close to the exact polynomial for which these data sheets are given, then what will be the value of a0, a1, a2 and an? That we are going to calculate. If we are able to calculate that, then we can use this polynomial for calculating the other values of y for any other intermediate value of x. So to do that, so we have written that expression y of x equal to a0 plus a1 into x x minus x0 plus a2 x minus x0 into x minus x1 plus a3 x minus x0 into x minus x1 into x minus x2 up to nth term, that is an x minus x0, x minus x1, and that last term will be x minus x n minus 1. Now, so this is our assumption that this polynomial must be correct. So if this polynomial is correct or very close to that exact polynomial, then what will be the value of the polynomial if we put x equal to x0? So if you put here x equal to x0, you just put that value will be y equal to a0, isn't it? So we can write now y of x0 equal to a0, and already it is given in the table that y of x0 equal to y0. So we can write that a0 equal to y0. So first constant, that is a0, we are able to calculate. That value is y0, and that is already given, that constant value is given in the table. Now we want to calculate a1. So to calculate a1, let us start with that. You put x equal to x1, you put x equal to x1, then that value, that is y of x1, will be a naught plus a1 into x1 minus x naught. And from the table it is already given that that value must be equal to y1. So now we can equate that y1 equal to a naught plus a1 into x minus x naught. This expression we have got, isn't it? Now from this expression also we can calculate y1. So to do the calculation, we have not used directly this one, rather it is simplified in other way. You see that we have calculated, that is del of y naught. So now we have got the idea from the difference table calculation, del of y naught equal to y1 minus y naught. y1 minus y naught. So y1 already you have calculated, that is a naught plus a1 into x1 minus x naught. And y naught also we have calculated, that is a naught. You put that to value, then you will find del of y naught equal to a1 into x minus x naught. And we know what is x minus x naught, that is ace. So we can write del y naught equal to a1 into ace. So we can, from this we can evaluate a1, that second constant a1 equal to del y naught by h. H is known to us, del y naught, it is not directly given, but if we complete the forward interpolation table, then from that we can easily have the value, that is del of y naught. Up to this everything is clear? Hello? Hello? Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Up
sir.
to this confusion? Up to this any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, next, how to evaluate the third constant, that is A2. A2. So we can easily evaluate for that del of y1. Del of y1. Del of y1 will be equal to y2 minus y1. Now put the value of y2 already calculated. That is a naught plus a1 into x2 minus x naught plus a2 into x2 minus x naught into x2 minus x1 minus y1. y1 already calculated, that is a naught plus a1 into x1 minus x. You put these two values and do the calculation. Then you will get that del of y1 will be equal to a1 into x2 minus x1 plus a2 into x2 minus x naught into x2 minus x1. Now x2 minus x1 equal to h, because that value set x are equispaced. Equispaced means x1 minus x0 equal to x2 minus x1 equal to x3 minus x2 equal to h. So we can write a1 into h plus a2 into x2 minus x0. x2 minus x0 equal to 2 h, isn't it? x1 minus x0 is h. Again x2 minus x1 is 0. x2 minus x1 equal to h. So what will be x2 minus x0? That is twice h. x2 minus x1, again last term, that is h. So we got a1h plus a2 into 2h into h. Now a1h already we have calculated. a1 into h equal to del of y naught plus we can write 2h square a2. So from that we can easily find out a2 must be equal to del y1 minus del y naught divided by 2h square. Now you see that del of y naught, del y naught minus del y1 minus del y naught. So that is basically the, when we shall evaluate that difference table, first difference column, then second difference column. So that second difference, from that second difference column we can easily find out, that is del of y1 minus del of y naught. That is denoted as del square, means second difference column, del square of y naught. So, and we can write that will be 1 by factorial 2 into a square. Similarly, if you calculate a3, then you will find that a3 will be equal to 1 by factorial 3 h cube del cube y naught, means third difference column from that value. Similarly, a4, that will be 1 by factorial 4 into h4 into del 4 y naught. Okay. So now we can write what will be the value of the polynomial. So in that assumed polynomial, now we can put the value of a0, a1, a2, a3 up to an. If you put, then you will find the expression that is y of x must equal to y naught plus del y naught by h, x minus x naught plus del square y naught by factorial 2a square into x minus x naught into x minus x1 plus del cube y naught by factorial 3 into h cube into x minus x naught into x minus x1 into x minus x2 up to another term. You can also write similar in similar fashion that we have write. So this expression may be used to do the evaluation. Now we have derived this expression in terms of some other parameter, that is p. Now if required, x equal to x naught plus ph, x naught plus ph. So we can write x minus x naught equal to ph. So x minus x1 equal to, we can write x minus x1 in this fashion, x minus x naught minus of x1 minus x naught. So x minus x naught equal to ph, x1 minus x naught equal to h. So we can write that p minus 1 into h. Similarly, x minus x2, that will be p minus 2 into h. So now we can replace that value. So that yp equal to y naught plus x minus x naught, that is p into del y naught, and again x minus x naught equal to p, x minus x1 equal to p minus 1. So p into p minus 1 by factorial 2 del square y naught. Similarly, p into p minus 1 into p minus 2 by del factorial 3 del cube y naught, in this fashion. Any confusion with the derivation?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is the procedure. So this is the derivation. Now let us take one example so that your confusion, I think you may have some confusion, but if you solve one problem, then the confusion will be cleared. Just write down one problem. Okay. Okay, right. This one. Find this is find the cubic polynomial which takes the following values: x 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. F of x corresponding value is 1, 2, 1, 10. Find the cubic polynomial which takes the following values: which takes the following values. Let me share this, otherwise you may 1 2 f of x equal to 1 2 1 10. Okay, just wait. Okay. Again, I am going to repeat. Find the cubic polynomial which takes the following values. Already I have shared that PDF. Values x for x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, corresponding value of fx, that is 1, 2, 1, 10.
The answer is 12.
No. Find the cubic polynomial. You are asked to find out the polynomial. Why?
For the
It's also-
polynomial. Okay.
Isn't it?
I was telling that del Q y.
No. Find the cubic polynomial. So let us try to solve this one. So first try to complete the forward difference table. So x equal to, for x 0, 1, 2, 3, f of x 1, 2, 1, 10. So del of fx 1, del of fx will be 2 minus 1, 1, 1 minus 2, that is minus 1, then 10 minus 1, that is 9. Del square of fx minus 1 minus 1, that is minus 2. And that will be 10. Yes. And del cube of fx
y is equal to 12.
equal to 12, and that will be last, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is we have completed this forward difference table. Table is complete. Now try to find out the expression for the polynomial. Already you have derived that expression. What will be that? F of x will be f of 0 plus, what was the formula? In this case, f of 0 plus p into del y0, isn't it? P into del fx here plus x into x minus 1 by factorial 2 into del square fx or del square f0 here, obviously, plus x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 by factorial 3 into del cube f0. That will be the last, because beyond that del square del cube is the last column of this difference table. So fx equal to, now you have to find out f of 0. F of 0 is already defined. F of 0 is what? Already given. F of 0 is equal to
So
how
0.
much? Not 0.
No, sir. 1. Sir, sorry, sir. 1.
1.
1,
Plus-
sir.
P equal to how much? Already, sorry. This is p into p minus 1. Sorry, in the previous expression, instead of x you write p, isn't it? P minus 1, p minus 2, that. So p equal to how much here? P equal to, how p is calculated? X minus x naught equal to ph, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
H is how much?
H is 1.
H is 1. So P equal to
X minus 0.
x minus 0. So that is x. So we can write 1 plus x into del f naught. So del f naught equal to how much? 1.
1.
Yes. Plus x into x minus 1 by factorial 2, that is 2, into del square f naught, that is minus 2.
Minus 2.
Plus x into x minus 1 into x minus 2 by factorial 3 is 6 into del cube f naught, that is 12.
12.
Now you evaluate that and tell me the answer. So fx will be
Okay, sir.
over. What will be the polynomial? Have you calculated? Hello?
So 2x cube minus 2x square plus 2x plus 1.
No.
Sir, 12x cube plus 27.
No, not 2x cube. Why 12? X into x minus 1 into x minus 2 by 6 into 12. Factorial 3 is there, na? One plus x into x1 plus x into x minus 1 divided by 2 into minus 2. So you evaluate.
So 2x cube minus 7x square plus 6x plus 1.
Yes, that is it. So I am going to send the answer. Okay. I think you have some confusions. Otherwise, this interpolation methods are very easy. So it will be better you again go through and try to understand. And next Wednesday again you ask me question for Newton's forward, interpolation formula derivation, and how to evaluate the problem. I am going to send one more problem to solve you as home task. You try to solve, and that will help you to clear your confusion. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
I think so this concept is not clear to all of you. So you go through whatever notes I have given to you. You try to understand, and one solution I have given. One more problem I am going to send you. You try to solve that. Then your confusion will be clear. And in the next day again you ask me question regarding Newton's forward interpolation formula. Because if you understand this forward interpolation, backward interpolation will be only half an hour class that you will understand. Only you shall solve one or two problems, then that confusion will be cleared. So you have to remember only one thing, that forward and backward both interpolation formula, Newton's obviously, will be applicable if and only if values of independent variables are equispaced. If it is not equispaced, these two formulas cannot be used. Yeah. So let me send the second problem you try to solve. Okay. Let me scan it. Okay, Amitabh, you share. You share the problem to all the students. You try to solve the second one.
Yes, sir.
And again you go through, and in the next Wednesday again we shall take class. Wednesday is allotted for me, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Wednesday from again 11:15. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then today
Sir,
this was okay.
sir.
Okay. Ask me.
Sir, in real life, where we will use this type of application?
In real life, suppose you are going to do some experiment. Okay. When you are going for research, suppose you are applying some voltage and currents different, and you are getting some different sort of data. Okay, so and you are going to calculate for, it is not possible for each and every instant of time, every instant of values you are going to calculate. So you are getting a big data sheet. From that may be used to get what will be the device behavior. That idea, that may not be exactly equal, but it is giving you the very close to that behavior. Some expression calculation or some values. Suppose you have calculated for input voltage 1.1 volt, you are getting correct current, suppose 200 milliampere, and then suppose for other voltage, but for intermediate voltage, what will be the current? From that data set, you can easily calculate that, isn't it? Lot of applications in engineering application you will find this method.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so today this much.